Well, I think that just about does it. What's up, guys? Professor Bill, Comic Book University. And, yeah, I'm bored. I have hardly anything to talk about. But fortunately, there are two awesome questions sitting right here for me. Also, have you guys been watching Iron Fist? Just came out yesterday at 3 in the a.m. on New York, Toronto time. Anyhow, it's way better than the first season. Way better. So, Mark Guerrero, he asks, how well do you think the 90s Marvel animated universe holds up compared to the DC animated universe? Well, depends. I know the Batman specials were good, but like they were kind of all over the place. The Superman was pretty good too, and those were not all over the place. The Batman was cool because they used to incorporate so many different versions of Batman all together. And as much as I did love the Batman animated TV show, what I found was when that first Batman animated movie came out, it blew me away. And I realized what the TV show was missing. I know a lot of people are going to be like, what? You're crazy. It's cool, man. It's cool. It's my opinion, your opinion. But I felt that the Batman TV series was good until I started seeing the movies come out. And then I realized the flaws inherent back then. But the Batman Beyond stuff was almost always perfect. When Mask of the Phantasm came out, like, you know what I'm saying? But then on top of that, with the Marvel universe, I felt that Spider-Man, even though it was on Fox, I felt that Spider-Man was just so perfect, so spot on. And while Silver Surfer didn't really, take off, it was such a cult classic. It was amazing, But Batman had some serious stuff in it and some silly stuff, but Spider-Man actually felt like it was for all of the comic book fans together. It was amazing, And today, absolutely, the the Marvel animated universe is blowing the DC animated universe out the water because you got to count TV for that, The DC movies, though, those were the ones that were just amazing, and they're still kind of on holdover after those. A lot of them are good. The problem is they keep sticking with the New 52. I don't, for the life of me, I don't understand what the hell they're doing. For all the comic book goofballs out there from Comicsgate who are constantly talking about Marvel's a failing brand. Sorry, I just started looking up stocks, and no, the Marvel stocks, the Disney stocks, way higher than the Warner Brothers stocks, and this for many reasons, not just because of the movies. No, I'm also looking at sales. Sorry, bud. At some point, those arguments are silly. Marvel is killing it right now. This week alone in the Marvel comic books, am I right or am I wrong? Marvel slayed DC this week in comic books. I'm hoping for more weeks like this, but I'm just I need to, on Tuesday when I'm reading all my comic books and doing my reviews, I'm shuffling through and my top 10 to read first are all Marvels. I need to pick up some kind of a DC so that somebody doesn't call me out for being completely biased. It's not biased. There are many times I'll read DC first, but in this particular week, there was nothing that I was just dying for. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. Wow. Marvel just owned it this week. So Marvel's just coming out of nowhere, dude. Let's see. What do we got here? Sean, Bill, who do you want to be on Donny Cates' Guardians of the Galaxy? Right now, everybody who's on there is perfect for that team. I wouldn't mind seeing the female Loki and the kid Loki working together. You know what I'm saying? I like those two working together. I think that's a lot of fun. But they got Thunderstrike on there, and Throg is killing it. I don't know what else I could ask for. I would like to see... Oh, wait, you're saying Donny... I'm sorry, you know what? This is totally my fault. You're saying Donny Cates' Guardians of the Galaxy, not S Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay, so regular Guardians of the Galaxy. I wouldn't mind seeing Vance Astro and the original Yondu on there. And having the original Yondu, I'm going to need to see him going up against the current version of Yondu. Catch me? I got to see the resolution there. What's up, Paula? How you doing? Hey, what's going on? Red Black Cane. Gray. Hey, yeah. Oh, we're going to get some Andre 3000 in here? Hey, yeah. No, we're not going to do that. Red Black Cane. Baby Thanos won't stand a chance against normal Thanos. Well, yeah, but I mean, come on, man. Come on, Baby Thanos is awesome. Baby Thanos just, oh, you insult my surrogate dad? Ah! That's the best, dude. That's the best. Spectacular Spider-Man is the best Spider-Man adaptation. I felt very similar. Well, actually, I liked Web of Spider-Man, the comic book, better. But yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Have you watched The Tick? Yes, Mark Herrera, I did. And I'm kind of looking forward to seeing the second season. I liked what they did with the first season, where we're thinking that the dude is crazy and he's just a figment of his imagination until other people start seeing him also. That was a great idea. I liked that. What's up, Suan? I'm doing good. How you doing? Reporting for class. City One Bull Squad, yo, Professor, doing my Razor Ramon thing. Oh, also, you had a thing that you wanted to do, so I wonder if it's going to be in this comment. What comics or stories got canceled that you would like to have seen continue? Yep, this is the one, and why? I'd like to have seen Trinity keep going, and Snyder could have stepped in to write it. Wait a second, hold on. Oh, okay. Yeah, Scott Snyder, you're saying. I'm having some issues with Scott Snyder's writing as of late, man. I feel like he peaked with Court of Owls and Death of the Family. Like, sorry, he did really good with, like, All-Star Batman 2, but I mean, like, right now, I think the dude just needs to take a short vacation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love the guy, but I'm just not feeling his Justice League right now. What I'm going to need to see is Jeff Johns coming back and just collaborating. You know what would be great? Yeah, Scott Snyder collaborating with, what's his face? Jeff Johns. So Johns can be like, listen, this is how you do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, as rude as it sounds, Johns is the man. Johns is the man. He owns it. Paula, well, you know the way Cates kills puppies? Mm-hmm. He just might knock off a baby. Just... Killing baby Thanos. Ugh, not cool. Mark Guerrero, why do you think? Who do you think is more overexposed, Batman or Spider-Man? Oh, dude, by a long shot, Batman. Batman himself, because with Spider-Man, yeah, he's all over the place, but it's not just him. It's multiple versions of him. That'd be like saying, well, what if it's Bruce Wayne Batman, Dick Grayson Batman, Terry McGinnis Batman, and, all these other people playing as Batman? Well, then that's not Batman. Or that's not the same Batman. That's a bunch of different Batman. Spider-Man, you got Peter Parker Spider-Man, you got Miles Morales Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? You got all these different versions of Spider-Man out there, so you're getting the Spider-Verse, sure. But it's not the same Bruce Wayne Batman who's just literally everywhere. I mean, I know the guy only gets like 2.1 hours of sleep a night and survives off of cucumber sandwiches somehow. But I mean, come on. Like, dude's in space, the dude's on the other end of the galaxy, dude's on all over Gotham. He's over in Metropolis hanging out. He's down, serving soup at a local soup kitchen in Central City. The guy's over in Coast City delivering mail. Like, what the frick, man? The guy's everywhere. He just needs to just take a breath. Take a big bat breath, all right? Dude's all over the place. Needs to stay in Gotham. Suan, I am Spider-Man, but I want this to be a thing. Down with the bat! I meant to say Batman. Oh, gotcha. Okay, everybody's just saying hi to each other. So anyway, what the frick? Come on, y'all. The Door 73. What's going on, man? How you doing? Stretch my legs over here. So, I guess they're already in bed. I just asked my wife to finish up with the kids because we got back home from shopping pretty late. We're just food shopping and everything. Actually, we just bought a new couch because they jumped all over the couch and wrecked the couch. Like, you can barely sit on the couch because there's springs coming up everywhere. My wife actually bought it just before I came home from Saudi Arabia 2 years ago. So, like, she wanted to be a surprise, and it was beautiful. It was very nice. A very beautiful looking couch. But after 2 years of the kids jumping on everything and me saying, yo, babe, we can't have the kids jumping on the couch. Oh, I don't mind. 2 years later, I asked her today, I was like, so, who was right, who was wrong? She's like, you were 100% right. I was totally wrong. Could not have been any more wrong. I apologize for ever doubting you. I'm like, all right, that's a little bit better. A little bit. Just because, like, yeah, dude, springs everywhere. Like, little chips of the, like, oh my God. I feel like I'm living in a halfway house. No disrespect to anybody who's living in a halfway house, but I felt like I was living in a freaking halfway house. Couch is wrecked, so we got a new couch coming in on Wednesday. How you doing? Nice microfiber, 2 parts of it recline. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those big fat 3-seaters. I'm really excited right now. We just got back from some food shopping. Freaking anybody who's in Canada area, Toys R Us is having. Yeah, sorry America, you guys don't have Toys R Us anymore. But anybody who's in Canada, Toys R Us is having a $5 off the 6-inch Marvel Legends figures that I love. $5 off. It's not the typical $10 off that they have, but what are you gonna do? Anyhow, but a dang. So we have what was I just gave my kids the regular nacho cheese Doritos and hummus for the very first time. And they're like, hummus is great. I was like, I know, hummus is awesome, isn't it? Chickpeas, man, the things you can do with chickpeas. So, Mark Guerrero, if you could interview comic book character, who would you choose? A character? Holy crap, I'd be all over. Well, as much as I want to say Captain America, you almost get the feeling you know exactly what he would say, but at the same time, for views, it would be one of those interviews where he would just start talking passionately, and not only would people watch from beginning to end, but they would watch multiple times, and like the hits would just skyrocket. So yeah, I'm kind of gonna have to go with Captain America. You know what? Yeah, even though I was thinking that would be kind of cliche, no, I'm gonna have to go with Captain America because everybody would just be fixated, And plus, I'm sure he would have a whole lot to say against Comicsgate. I'm just saying. So, PA, Paula. You guys are chilling out. Talking with each other. Stop messing. Did you get us cake, Professor? We've been good, I promise. Cake? Y'all want a cake? You know what I want to do is I do want to do a meet and greet one of these days. So what I'm thinking is, I don't really know. How about this? When I hit 10,000 subs, okay? That's what I'm going to do. When I hit 10,000 subs, I'm going to have a meet and greet, and I'm going to have it at Gotham Central, okay? I'm going to ask, and I know Carlos will say yes. I'm going to have a meet and greet for anybody who wants to swing by, and I'll have like gifts and can't take care of everybody, but I'll have gifts, and you know what? I'll get cake. How about that? I'll get cake. All right? So when I reach 10,000 subs, right around the corner, I'm almost at 7. So 10,000 subs, meet and greet. Okay? At Gotham Central, Comics and Collectibles in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. All right. And yes, there will be cake. Just discovered your podcast 2 weeks ago. Enjoy listening. It just jumped. Enjoy listening to your show. Thanks, Dedora. I see the thing, and it's just like, you're missing 2 does on there. Dedora. So, yes, that's the thing. Do I need to steal someone's comics for you, Paul? Oh, you guys are going to be stealing some stuff? Flashing ninja signs. Forget about flashing gang signs. They're flashing ninja signs to each other. That's even better. Hey, our sarcasm. What's going on, dude? 71. Couch love. That's right. I got a new couch. What's up, Ed D? Professor, if you could have any comic book character as your sidekick, who would it be? What? If I could have a comic book character as my sidekick? Oh, dude, I wasn't expecting that. Dang. A sidekick, comic book character. Crap. Oh, see, that's like, because I'd probably be somebody's sidekick at best. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to say like Mockingbird so I can try and make some moves on her, Because if we're in the comic book world, I'm not married anymore, all right? That's like the I don't do the whole, different zip code thing in Canada, different postal code. I don't do the whole postal code thing, you know what I'm saying? But if I'm in a totally different world, all bets are off, all right? I'm going to be hitting on Mockingbird and be like, how you doing, girl? You know, I'm going to be sitting there playing my ocarella. I'll be over here playing my ocarella. She'll be like, what's up? Let's see if I can hit something off here. Yeah, so I'm going to see if that, gets you to be like, okay, fine. Let's get happily married and live forever and all that good stuff. So, what do we got here? Yeah, I don't know who I have as a sidekick, though, but I don't know, man. Probably, What the heck is his name? I should probably have my own Robin. I should probably have my own Robin. I don't know, like, it wouldn't be one of the current Robins, but I would have to have my own Robin. That's what would have to happen. I'd have auditions and everything, but, like, bring me the head of the Riddler. Just, yes. Maybe not that bad, but, yes. So, what's up with the Illuminati eye? Oh, I couldn't think of something to show up on there. It's actually Doctor Strange's Eye of Agamotto. Every time that Sean Sedrai sends me stuff on Twitter and I set it up, I always take off whatever image is on there at the moment, and I leave the blinking Eye of Agamotto on there. But I didn't think of an image to put on. When I actually went live, I was like, I should have put Iron Fist Season 2 on there. Anybody watching Iron Fist Season 2? Like I said, I'm on... I got to start watching Episode 7 tonight, but so far, so good, man. It's way better than Season 1. Way better. Oh, also, something I got to do... Oh, it was just out today. Damn it. I meant to buy a new headset because I want a new microphone because this one sounds so twangy. So I want to get a new... Yeah, shoot. I was going to spend like $80 on a brand new one. Oh, I haven't looked at my stuff for a whole week. Not for a whole week, excuse me. Drizzy. I haven't looked at my my tweets. When is your creator-owned comic coming? Oh, geez. My creator-owned comic, because there's going to be more than one, is gonna take a little while because I've got multiple characters that I want to introduce, and it'll probably be with what do you call it, Image Comics, if they're willing to accept what I'm doing. But in the meantime, I do actually plan on doing some of my own writing and probably drawing for the comics, but using some Marvel and DC characters. So I'll be doing like fanfic comics at first. I've got a whole bunch of really cool ideas, just like my own little take on what would be some cool stories. Like I said, the one with Puck and Wolverine just hanging out in a bar, I want to do a comic book about that. I would like to do something with, get this, s.h.i.e.l.d. Nor, and, oh, how far am I along with building this guy? Yeah, I went to Toys R Us because I want some more parts. I need a head and a leg, and I need the little pipes that go in the background. But yeah, I need a head and a leg, and I'm done. So I got to get Jimmy Madrox's Multiple Man, and then I got to get, what's his name? Kalark. What the heck is his name? The Shi'ar Imperial Guard head. Gladiator. Dude with the mohawk. Got to get him. He has the head, and Multiple Man has the leg, and then boom, I'm good. Wolverine has the little pipes that go on, and that's not crucial, but yeah, I kind of want them. I don't actually want to buy that Wolverine, though. I don't feel the need to. But I did I show you guys? I do have the Sabretooth, and I do have, this is just sexy right over here, I've got the Magneto, and I am digging the heck out of these characters, man. Woo, how you doing? You know? So that's going to be a lot of fun playing with those in my spare time. Oof, and when do I have spare time? Practically never. Jeez. Okay, so, and I should check out my pole. Let's see my pole dancing, because Professor Bill's going to start pole dancing soon. There, the post. So which cover did you guys like best? Let's see what it is. Right over here, got this guy. Oh, okay. Captain America won by 67% versus 33%. So the Alex Ross Captain America cover wins by 67%. Not too shabby, man. Not too shabby. That's pretty solid. That's pretty definitive. Okay. So be it. So be it. Let's see any more comments down here. I have to click. Oh, just see down there. Oh, Ghost Skill just voted 2 hours ago. Wasn't enough, brother. Wasn't enough. So, oops, nope, not that one. That one. Okay. So, oh, you thought it was Illuminati? No worries. No worries. So, who do you think will die and stay dead in Avengers 4, Captain America, or Iron Man? Oh, the movie. I think it's going to be Captain America. Yeah, it might be all of them in many ways, shape, and forms, but I think it's going to be Captain America. It has to be Captain America, because as much as I love Cap, as much as I love, I can't remember his name right now, but as much as I love him playing Chris, it's not Chris Pratt, it's not Chris Hemsworth, that's like all the Chris's except for Chris Evans, Christopher Evans. As much as I love Christopher Evans playing him, as much as I love it, we've got to see Cap die, because like that is the moment. Oh, dude, and whoever's going to be in that theater with me is probably going to hear me bawling like a baby. You know, so, Cap, you the man! Like Captain America sacrificing himself to save even one human being is just bang. That's that good cry that you feel. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me, have to harass random people in the subway to sign up for the university. What? what's going on in the subway? What are you guys doing? Whose work on the Justice League do you prefer, John's or Grant Morrison? I liked Morrison's run. Morrison, I think, gets a little bit too spacey also. At least it makes sense when he does it. But I don't know, man. I'm a huge fan of Jeff Johns when he writes stuff. Like, it's usually pretty good. I think the only thing I've ever not liked that he's writing currently is Doomsday Clock. But I think I'm blaming most of that on the fact that it's just delayed so much. So what else we got here? So, if only I was in Canada. Sorry, Gray. Dora sounds good. Jeff Dewart, what's up? PA, just don't have the meetup in the winter. I spend 2 long winters in Ottawa and swore never to go through another Canada winter again. Oh, man. I'm sorry. Wait a second. PA Stewart, Paula, aren't you out in, like, Oregon or Illinois or something like that? Dude, yeah, you don't... Oh, shoot, I guess it would be in the winter, wouldn't it? It would have to be in the summer so it's not crazy. We'll see. You know what? I'll tell you what. When I reach 10,000 subs, that's when I'll decide when we're going to have this thing. You know what I'm saying? Because who knows? Global warming, man. It might be freaking stunning margaritas and key lime pie for all we know in the middle of December. You know, I don't know. We'll see. Dodora73, what do you think about Swamp Thing? I heard news that a show is being made. It is being made for the DC Network. It will be an exclusive for the DC Network. Yeah, that's like, what, $80 a year? Dude, plus they'll give you free digital comic books? I'm sorry, how have we all not signed up yet? Oh, wait, do they have it available to sign up yet? Because the second they do, I'm jumping on that. You know what I'm saying? Definitely jumping on that. So who do you think will... Yeah, okay, I already answered that one. Cat most likely. Nice. Thought it was the Illuminati. Mark Guerrero. I couldn't make it halfway through Iron Fist Season 1. I watched the whole thing, but it was very disappointing. Ost A. If you could pick... What's up, dude? First off, welcome to the channel. If you could pick 10 X-Men to be in the MCU, who would they be? 10 X-Men to be in the MCU. I don't have to... That's the thing, man. I don't have to pick. Because they're all going to be in the MCU. They're bought, paid for. We got the receipts, babe. Like, that's what I'm talking about. It's sold. It's done. The Fantastic Four, too, man. The only people who are curious right now that can't have solo runs because it wouldn't be feasible would be Spider-Man, because that's still owned by, and everybody in the Spider-Man universe, which includes Venom, Carnage, all that good stuff. So that's the big one. But the Hulk... The distribution rights are still and probably will continue to be owned by Universal Studios and Namor, the Submariner. Both of those, the distribution rights. So they can have them in the Marvel Universe, and we've got them in the Marvel Universe. But when the Marvel Cinematic Universe made the Hulk movie, they didn't get a whole lot of money. I don't think they got any money for the distribution. They only made money off of the film itself. So that killed them. And they're like, we're never going to do that again. So they'll have him in Avengers. They'll have Hulk in Thor. They'll have him all over the place. But there will probably never be another solo Hulk movie again. Is what it is. Suann McGinnis, show Dakin in memorial for one of my top faves. Sobs quietly in the corner. The death of Dakin again. Then rages. I saw that picture that you got commissioned for you at Comic-Con, Fan Expo Canada. That looked pretty cool. I gotta admit, that was really cool. Jeff Duarte, I'll be your sidekick professor. I'll be known as the Canadian Winter Guy. We're all the Canadian Winter people. And that means you gotta wear one of those stupid toques. Like, nobody wants to wear one of those. Then again, I hear that Canadians love those things. What do we got? Let's see. Bouncing. Ed D, did I ever read Bully Wars? Not yet. Not yet. I'm going to purchase it when I'm ready to read it and do all my my indie stuff. Probably tomorrow or Monday. I'm going to get that off of Comixology. La, 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 la. Do you think Storm should be introduced in the MCU in an X-Men movie or a Black Panther movie? Mark Guerrero. I'll tell you what. Having like Baby Storm, because I remember when they did Baby Storm in that one X-Men Origins movie, I thought that was really cool. Not Baby Storm, but you know what I'm saying, like 8-year-old Storm or whatever. Excuse me. It was, I think it was just an extended scene or what. I don't remember, but when I saw that, I was in love. I'm like, that is perfect. That is perfect. That is beautiful. That's what I want to see. I would love to see Storm be introduced in Black Panther 2 when what do you call it? He's doing his, like, they're going on a backstory when he was in was he in Kenya or was he in Cairo? I forget. Because I think she was finished with her thieving and she just got her abilities. Yeah, I think it was in Kenya. And so they were both out of their own territories. And she just flew for the first time to help the young prince against not poachers, but some people who were trying to kidnap him specifically. I would love to see a scene to that effect. That would just make me smile. And I don't want to be told about it. I don't want to be spoiled about it. I don't want them to show a hint of it or leak a little bit of it on freaking, what do you call it? On the internet. I don't want anything. If Newsarama or Bleeding Cool goes and leaks it, I want somebody to punch them right in their nose, metaphorically, figuratively, not physically, and not literally. But yes, I want them to have I want their stock prices to drop, whatever. I just want them to be wiped out. How dare they? That's not a news channel. That's a gossip column. I'm not in here for comic book Dear Abby. You know what I'm saying? But I would love to see that scene. So you know what? You made me thinking about it. That's a really good idea. That Magneto is nice? No, Gray. That Magneto is sexy. We're going to have some fun playing some stuff. When I do my Marvel Superheroes role-playing game introductions, I'm going to try and do some battle scenes where they actually attack each other, they fight each other, and you get to see how you roll all those dice and everything like that. Let's see, Joe Fisher. Hello, Professor in chat. And I had to break down, and I saw on eBay Marvel Superheroes, the Uncanny X-Men role-playing stuff. What? It's from 1990. Yeah, if you come to Comic Book University Facebook group, feel free to share the pictures of what you got, because I'm very curious as to what those are. Jeff Duarte, I voted Ross's cap cover. Psst, of course you did. But both were really cool. Like, Raza is killing it, man. She's consistently digging out some amazing images to show us for those covers for Weapon X, man. I think she's also doing the covers for Weapon H. I voted for the Weapon X cover. There you go, Ed D. Chris Evans, thank you. Yeah, he has to go. No, not he has to go. He has to go. Like, we have to have that fulfillment. That, you know, saying that sad fulfillment thing. Anybody ever read Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus? Really good book. Really good book. It's helped my wife and I out with arguments that we've had and whatnot, you know, because like just reading, and I think you'll understand, it was an amazing book, because everybody has arguments, you know. But that book was just especially really good. I really dug that. And the idea of yeah, like, men have to go in their cave and just leave me alone. Leave me alone. I need to be in my cave and just be me for a little while. And women have to, like, actually hit the bottom. They can't just sink into their well. They actually have to hit the bottom of the well in order to bounce back up. And it will be like a bounce. They need time. Like, both people need time to just, you know, I need to process. I need to reestablish who I am, because there's me in a relationship and there's just me as a person. And you can't afford to lose your individuality or your, you know, togetherliness thing. So anyway, Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, really good book, highly recommended. That being said, yes, that's I need one of those good cries. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to have a good moment where I could just, like, sit there and be like, it was a good death. Like, if anybody's ever seen Legends of the Fall, you know, that was such an amazing movie with Brad Pitt, and there was a lot of really good actors in there. One of the only two movies I actually liked with Julie Armand. The other one was Excalibur, or no, King First Night. First Night it was called. Wow, like that was an amazing movie. Where at the end, that last fight that Brad Pitt has, beautiful, and what's said, the last words in the movie, perfect. And that's the kind of thing I want to see with Chris Evans as Captain America. I would love to see that and just boom, just feel all that emotion and just go home with that emotion and just sit in my cave with that emotion and be like, damn, that was a good death. You know, like bang. I voted the X-Men movie. Sue Ann McGinnis said she needs to be established as the boss that she is, not as a side note in Panther. I hear you. I hear you. You can still do both, I think. You still do both. I think if we did it the way that I was just suggesting, it would just be more of an Easter egg, where most people aren't going to realize what that, because that's the exact same thing they did in Wolverine Origins, X-Men Origins Wolverine. When, like, my wife is looking like, who's this? Why are they focusing on this little girl? I'm like, babe, that's Storm. Like, oh my God, that's so cool. You see, like, that's that cool moment. And that's all they did. They just showed, and there was like a thunderstorm in the back. I just want to see something like that. That would be cool. And then, boom, boss her up. Yeah, I know Sue Ann loves Storm. She did a 2-part miniseries talking about how awesome Storm is in Edge of Comics on YouTube. So, Mark Guerrero, if it is Cap, he needs to say, I can do this all day. One more time. Oh, yeah, right? One more time. That would be cool. Vic Lops, X-Men. What's up, dude? St. Louis, Missouri. St. Louis, Missouri. Yeah, I was in Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, doing truck driving school. Technically my first AIT. It wasn't the first one I chose, that's for sure. But that was my MOS for the Army. My first one was truck driving before I went full infantry because they wanted me to drive a truck first. So, August Day, would you rather have Alpha Flight or the Fantastic Four in the MCU? We don't have to choose, man. We don't have to choose. There's no need to choose. The belly button of the country. Nice one, Paula. Oh, there's a jump. Okay. Oh, bunch of stuff coming in. Okay, so let's move up. Okay. How much is to sign up? I believe if you're talking about the DC streaming service, I believe it's $80, like $79.99 or whatever. But that's for the full year. If you think about it, that's even cheaper than Netflix. You know. So I'm down, and mind you, it's not just the DC thing; it's the Warner Brothers universe. So it's a whole lot of good stuff that they'll be offering. Like establishment, Harry Potter should be there, you know. But then on top of that, you also get the current DC Comics subscription service also locked in with it. If I'm understanding what they're saying correctly, and that's awesome. That is so perfect. Nelly Howler. Hello, how you doing? Welcome to the channel. The Door 73, Pensacola, Florida. You're in Florida. Oh, I used to live in Kissimmee, Florida. That was fun. We were basically the parking lot for Disney World. And I'm serious. Went to Osceola High School. Just for a couple of months though, before I moved out to New Mexico from Jersey. Then we went back to Jersey. Go figure. Battle Rapper D, what's going on, dude? You were talking about you were in a PSYOPs, right? I was looking at that PSYOPs. I'm like, I don't even know what a PSYOPs is. What is that? Is that like a video game thing? And I looked it up. I'm like, oh, wow, that's a real thing. Sweet. So, nice, dude. I want to make a D&D campaign with the team of only bards. They call themselves the Bard Street Boys. There'd be a tough one and a cute one and a crazy one, etc. What do you think? I think that you've been spending too much time out in the sun, brother. That's what I think. But I am totally down with getting a D&D campaign going. That's for damn sure. Like I mentioned, me and the guys from Nerderkey, Dave is planning on running a Mutants and Masterminds campaign probably by next month. This is September, probably in October. I think in October, if I'm doing my calculations correct, my math correct. So sometime in October, we should be running I don't know how long it'll go, but I'm pretty sure that Nerdator Doug is going to be in there also, which is awesome because but I'm actually going to be playing. I'm not going to be running this campaign. So I'll be playing Mutants and Masterminds for the first time. Dave will be running it. It will be on the Nerdarchy channel. You guys are free to come in. I don't know how interactive it'll be. Like when I was running my Marvel campaign for these guys, I was really interactive with the chat. The chat got to play along also. Like the chat mattered. Everybody who showed up live in the live stream, they mattered. As far as the Mutants Masterminds campaign, I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work. So let's see. Jeff Duarte, my power would be to throw toques like ninja stars in one hand while shoveling snow with the other. Oh my. So McGinnis, yeah, I got some pretty awesome artwork. I spend practically every cent in Artist Alley. Like that, huh? Yeah, I wanted... Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. You don't draw, okay. Yeah, because like I draw, but not... I don't practice as well as much as I used to. We're planning on moving into a bigger place when it becomes available. In the meantime, I don't have room for a drawing board right now, but you know what? I bet you I can arrange it. I bet you I can make my own drawing board. I'm a pretty creative guy, pretty crafty. So, because yeah, I do want to start drawing a lot more instead of just sitting in here and or on the couch. The new couch coming on Wednesday. So, just wow, okay. What's going on, dude? Long time no see. Well, short time. Average time no see. My favorite power would be seeing the future. I'd hit the lotto and feed the hungry. Nice. So definitely a superhero. Mark Herrera, what would be your ideal permanent death for Captain America death, whether it would happen in the movies or in the comic books? No, sorry, not doing it. No permanent death for Captain America. Ain't happening. Wrong answer. Rejected. Dick Fillmore, what's going on, dude? I read that. Hello, everybody. JC in lapel. What's going on? Joe, what's up, dude? I have a very battered copy of the first set of the Marvel Superheroes face rip. The charts don't go above Unearthly in the power charts, and it has a DM screen. I like that it's got the DM screen. I had to print out my own, that it was a fan-based one, but very happy with it. P.A. Stewart, I know the double feature for you, Professor. Brian Song and Old Yella. I've actually never seen either. I know. That's how Dick Fillmore and I first started talking about him beating me up, because I don't know a lot of these movies. I haven't seen a lot of these movies, man. Sorry. Subham, what's up, dude? What are we talking about today? A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Scroll up, you'll see it. Dan Straight did. Storm, amazing. There we go, Swan. Do you think Bucky or Sam will take over Cap's place? It's got to be Bucky. Because Bucky did it before Sam. I think that having Bucky... You know what? They could do it with Sam. They really could do it with Sam. You know what? If they did it the right way, and I'm sure they would do it the right way, I'm sure they could do it where everybody tries... if Stark went up and... Here's the way I would want to see it. Okay, I'm gonna in my head, I'm doing this as I speak. Cap's dead. It's towards the end of the movie. They walk up to what's his name? Stark walks up to Bucky with the shield. All right, he's got the shield now, and he's like, with the costume and everything. He's like, there's always got to be a Captain America. There should always be a Captain America. We need somebody to take up the shield and to take up the flag. And I would like for Bucky to take it, put his hand out, and then stop at the very end. And then he kind of retracts it, and then punches Stark right in the face. I want him to hit him so damn hard that he doubles over, actually falls on the ground, like that. I want to see the stars that he's seeing. You know what I'm saying? I want to see the little Tweety birds over his head. No, I want to just punch him in the face. And just say something to the effect, I could write this down if I needed to, but, just, you've done enough, and you don't get to control who Captain America is. We're all Captain America. All of us who actually stand up for what's right. But I would actually want to see him say something like, stand up against people like you. You know what I'm saying? Or stand up against the people, the establishment, like you represent. And I know that's not going to be said because you got to keep him as a hero. I don't see Tony Stark as a hero, but I would love to see something like that. And then he just he leaves and he's going to go underground at this point. Yeah, I would like to see something like that. It'll probably be something where he doesn't punch him in the face and he just says, like, no, and he's like, well, if you're not gonna take the Stars and Stripes, because I'm starting a 50-state initiative. I would like to see something as evil as that. I would like to see Stark saying something like, I'm going to start a 50-state initiative, and just boom, and then he says, well, I'm not going to be a part of that. He's like, well, if you can't be operating out, because I'm going to have to arrest you if you don't. He says, you just try and catch me. And then he could punch him in the face. And then just wakes up and he's gone. But I would like it to see an end credit scene, a mid credit or end credit scene, whatever, like one of the credit scenes where Stark calls Sam in and says, Sam, I'd like to make you an offer, but I don't know if you're going to punch me in the face also. I don't know if I can handle another haymaker, And then he's offering him the suit instead. And Sam just kind of smiles like he's going to take it. That would be cool. As long as Bucky is offered it first and then has the opportunity to turn it down, I think that should assuage most sensible fans, Yeah, that would be cool. And then, of course, when we have the next, Sam Wilson as Captain America in the movie thing, of course, have Bucky in it. 100% have Bucky in that movie. I would like to see Bucky and Black Panther in that movie. That would be pretty sweet. See, look what you got me doing now. I'm making movies in my head. Dick Fillmore, I don't feel so good, and I think my legs are broken. Took over Brian's song and Old Yeller for Tearjerker winner of This Old Dork. I don't feel so good, and I think my legs are broken. Oh, so I guess Brian loses his legs? Man. For me, I've got... Johnny Got His Gun. I never actually seen the movie, but I seen the scenes that they showed in the first video that Metallica ever did. So I got that. That man has taken my... Yeah. So, Battle Rapper D, I'm stationed in FLW right now. I don't know what FLW is. I don't know what FLW is. Have you seen Avatar: The Last Airbender and read the comics? Yes, I saw the movie Avatar: The Last Airbender. I walked out during it because it sucked so terribly. And I say that as someone who has never read the comics and never watched the cartoon. Yeah, like that. That was the one where I just kind of lost it. And I was like, I don't think I ever want to see anything by M. Night Shyamalan again, because that was just so terrible. Like, I know people who got teary-eyed, and I'm not exaggerating when I say this. I know people who got teary-eyed when they're like, do you know Avatar: The Last Airbender? You ever, read Avatar: The Last Airbender or watch the cartoon? I was like, no, but I seen the movie. And they're just like, no! The only thing you know about Avatar is the movie? I'm like, yeah, why? Like, oh God, no. like, everything's just falling apart. So no, I haven't seen Legend of Korra. I haven't watched any of them. Yeah, the movie did kind of taint me a little bit. I'm a little like, psh, no thanks. So, what do we got here? Subham, do you play the Spider-Man game and watch Iron Fist Season 2? Yes, been watching Iron Fist Season 2. I got to start watching Episode 7 probably tonight. I'll probably start watching it tonight. And then, no, I actually have comic book reviews I got to do for tomorrow. Shoot, there were a lot of comic books that came out. I don't know if I'm going to get to them all. We'll see. I also did, so next week, today I just put out a Drizzt Do'Urden Spotlight on Story. Loves me some Drizzt. I did it because 3 days ago, the new Timeless is the new Drizzt Do'Urden book that just came out. They used to come out in October. Now they're coming out in September. So, I just put that out, and it's actually me with the long beard still, because I filmed this a couple of months ago. This was like my reserve one, but I figured let me just throw that one out there. And then just today I filmed the first 6 issues of Immortal Iron Fist. So that's about a 45-minute jobber right there, and that'll go out next Saturday, because, yeah, this. So, let's see, and no, I didn't play the Spider-Man game. I was thinking about buying a PS4 and get the Spider-Man game with it, but I haven't played it. I've seen gameplay for it, or the original, trailer for it and whatnot, but I just don't have time to play video games anymore. I wish I did. Sue-Ann was actually talking about playing World of Warcraft. I was like, ooh, World of Warcraft, but I actually have an account still with, Lord of the Rings Online. So I repurchased it again 3 weeks ago, a month ago, and I played 3 times. Yeah, I know. I'm paying for it. I'm paying $15 a month for it, and I played it 3 times. So yeah, and I kind of want to jump back on DC Universe Online because everybody's been saying that they changed it a lot. So one of these nights, I'm going to have to start downloading the whole thing, and maybe I'll watch it, or maybe I'll start playing that again. We'll see. But whatever. Rototaker, what's up? Welcome to the channel. Hello, Professor. Greetings from Mexico. What do you think about the upcoming Venom movie? I don't know. What I've seen from the trailer, I'm not particularly impressed. What I hear behind the scenes, I'm going to need to see it. So I will probably not. You know what? I kind of feel like I owe it to you guys to see it and do a review for it. Because you guys who actually watch me, you know my tastes, you know my likes and my dislikes, so you know what you can judge how you're going to like what I like, and or how you're not going to like what I like, or how you'll like what I dislike. You get what I'm saying, right? I usually do a non-spoiler, like a 10-minute non-spoiler review, and then a, however long it takes, Ask Me Anything, full spoilers, immediately afterwards video, so that I just kind of kick those out of the way, you know? But I may go and see that when it first comes out. I don't know, because it could be good, or it could be what I think it's going to be, which is another Sony movie. You know, another Sony superhero movie where they just completely drop the ball. I don't know. We'll see. But right now, I don't have very good vibes for it. But a lot of that is because of everything they've given us before. So, Dick Fillmore, seen this topic a couple times recently. Should MCU X-Men be handled like Harry Potter series? Thoughts? I don't know how it's handled like the Harry Potter series, but I do know that when I went and I read, what was it? I was working at a Costco at the time, and the two big memories I have of the break room, of what they used to watch in the break room, because I almost never took my breaks with everybody else. I was a forklift driver. I was way in the back of the store, and I didn't feel like walking up front to take my breaks and stuff like that. I would just take my breaks in the back and just hang out with, a bunch of the other people who were working back there in receiving and return to vendor area, the RTC area, and other, night stalkers. So, but there were a couple times I went to the break room, and I remember I saw the very end of Harry Potter 4, the one with the dragons, you know what I'm talking about, the graveyard scene. I saw that, and I was like, this is actually really good. You know what I'm saying? And I never read or watched Harry Potter before. I was like, this is actually pretty good. I'm actually digging this. So I thought maybe I'll watch this. And then when I was on vacation, I was on a cruise in the Mediterranean Sea, on the Mediterranean Sea. I wasn't in a sub. I was on the Mediterranean Sea. Prepositions, pal. And it was nighttime, and we were chilling out, and I was like, you know what? Let me put on some TV. So I saw Minority Report, and they had a theater on the ship. And it was not Carnival Cruise. I forget what it was called. Whatever. Anyway, they had a movie theater on the ship, and I saw, I just said the name of the movie, for crying out loud, Minority Report there. And then on the TV, there was the second Harry Potter movie. And I was watching, and I'm like, yeah, this is okay. This is actually pretty good. All right, fine. You know what? Let me go back and watch the first one. So I went back and I watched the first movie. I rented all 4 of them, the first, second, third, and fourth movies. And the 5th movie was scheduled to come out in about a month. So I figured, you know what? Let me go and buy the books. So I bought the 5th book, The Order of the Phoenix, and I read the book, and it was the fattest book at the time. It was a dookie fat book like that. And I read the whole thing, and I was like, this was actually really good. So I was waiting for the movie to come out, and I went and I read the 6th book also. The 7th book, the final book, hadn't come out yet. So I read the 6th book, and I was like, oh my God! Because I think you guys know what happened in that book. So then I was waiting, and finally the 5th movie came out. And I think the 5th movie came out like a week or 2 before the final book came out. And I was working in a Costco, so I had first dibs. So yes, I got that book early. You know, so I'm like yoink, and I read the hell out of that book. You know, so I would be sitting in the back reading that thing on my breaks and on my lunch and everything. And I actually I got through almost half the book just on my breaks alone. You know, and coming in early, just sitting in the back. And then the next day, I was actually able to buy the book and finish it. And boom. And then I read it again. I actually sat with my wife and. No, girlfriend at the time. It was a girl. It was not my wife. A girlfriend that I was dating at the time, and we would sit there and like, you know, okay, I'll read the first chapter, you read the next chapter, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. How did that relationship not work out? That was a cool moment. We had a bunch of cool moments like that. Somehow that didn't work out. So, anyway, but when I remember I saw the fifth movie, I thought, this sucks. How is it that this is the biggest book in the series at the time? Before the seventh book came out. The fifth book is the biggest book in the series at the time, and yet it's the shortest movie. What's up with that? So I was infuriated, and I'm like, you know, these movies suck. So yeah, like I didn't have a really good experience with that. I saw the other movies, but those were ones where I've seen a lot of movies where I already read the book first, including like the third Batman movie, with the one with Val Kilmer. That book was excellent. The movie itself was passable, you know? Too many bright lights and colors. Everybody's complaining about Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer wasn't the problem in that movie. The bright lights and all that crazy Schumacher stuff was the problem. Anyway, neon lights. Come on, man. Even the new incarnation of Black Sabbath with Ronnie James Dio. Neon Nights. Didn't look like that. So, what else we have here? Subham Arwal, did you hear that they are planning a Marvel shared gaming universe? Good. They will be like Spider-Man. Open world? If they made a proper MMO universe, it would have to be way, way bigger than that DC Universe Online game. Well, at least what I'm used to playing. It would have to be huge. I remember I played the Hulk game, and I don't remember what system that was for. It might have been for Xbox. But I want it to be like that. I want it to be an open world the way that the Elder Scrolls 2 Daggerfall was. Just a ridiculous, huge open world, like the biggest video game ever made before. And I want it to have, like everything is situated perfectly, like in Skyrim. You know what I'm saying? Where there are random things, where if you break into a house, you don't know what you're going to be able to steal until you're actually stealing it. I want stuff like that. I want it to be huge. I want to be able to go into the subways. I want to be able to go into the sewers. I want to be able to fly into the sky. I want to be flying in space. I want to be like Star Wars Galaxies. You know what I'm saying? I want it to be an amazing, huge, super gigantic game like that, where you're not playing the superheroes, where you're actually playing your own hero that you're making, but you have the opportunity to play those heroes in a Puppet Master sort of way. That's what I'm talking about. That, I would play the hell out of that game. Definitely. I would do live plays of that game. You know, so I would do like streaming versions of that game. I would go on Twitch and I would play the hell out of that. Invite people to come along and play with me. You know what I'm saying? That would definitely happen. There's no doubt. If that video game came out, dude, Comic Book University would be changing up just a little bit. I'd be doing some tweaks. It would be on Twitch also. What am I missing, Stuffy? I'm not sticking up for Batman 50, but Avatar movie was rough. Battle Rapper D. So there's got to be more. My bad. Fort Leonard. Oh, you're in Fort Leonard Wood, New Jersey. Fort Leonard Wood right now. Shoot. Okay, so that's where PsyOps is? Huh? Because yeah, I went for 88 Mike truck driving school there, and then I went back to my duty station. What do you call it? The 10th Mountain, which I never got deployed for anything there. They just got back from freaking Somalia when I finished. I finished my AIT when the Somalia situation happened. That's the funniest thing, because we were all like, they were dragging Rangers' bodies in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't have that stupid movie, Black Hawk Down, at the time. There was just, this is the reports that came back on the bases. And I was in Fort Leonard Wood at the time, training, finishing my 88 Mike, my MOS. And I know that's the home of the engineers, the 12 Bravos. One of my drill sergeants was actually a 12 Bravo, and I used to sit in, Sergeant Ennis was his name. And I used to, like, not after hours, but like on the side, I'd be talking to him like, dude, man, I got sent here. I'm an infantry, but my eyesight was horrible, so they sent me here instead to drive freaking trucks because military intelligence, He's like, why didn't you go for engineer, man? What was your ASVABs? And I'm telling him, he's like, dude, you should have gone engineer, man. Just start planting landmines all over the place. And, dude, like, I was infatuated, but I was already signed up for this, and it's hard to change that stuff afterwards, is what it is. But, yeah, Fort Leonard Wood, man, the home of the brown recluse. That's the first time I ever saw a brown recluse spider. That was wicked. I'm just used to ticks from out in Jersey. Nope. Totally. Oh, and in Fort Drum, those sons of bitches, 12 miles away from the Canadian border, all they got are raccoons out there. I remember so many nights we'd be out there. We on training missions, we would actually put blanks in our rifles and take one section of a cleaning rod, drop it in with the cotton cloths in the back, and we would be firing our cleaning rods in the middle of the night at these stupid raccoons because they would smell our food and everything, the MREs. We'd be firing for... people are going to be like, that's so mean! You would not think it was mean if you were in the middle of this freaking bivouac area and you just saw like 1,000+ eyes just blinking all around you, and they don't blink enough. Like, dude, that is scary as hell, man. Give me the VC any day. You know what I'm saying? Give me ISIS any day. I ain't trying to go up against no freaking raccoons again, though, man. Oh my God, that was scary. Just middle of the night eyes. So, and that was Fort Drum. But what do you got here? Professor, come to WoW. You'll love all the mythic pluses. Sweet pluses. I don't even know what the pluses are, but I used to like playing my warrior. That was always fun. I usually always prefer to play an Ogremar though. Sorry, I was for the Horde. I did like the Huntard. It's always fun just play a Huntard. But I really liked playing the I don't remember which one it was, but the Shaman who would dual wield. I would have like 2 maces and just go out there and just start dropping totems and just start wham, 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 just blasting people. That was so much fun. And PvP on that was just great. Joe Fisher, True Fan Forum, looking in the book. I got the bio for Krakoa, the Living Island, has stats. Yeah, I know. And of course, all of those are what are they? That like Unearthly 100 and all those stats. It's like the same thing they do for Godzilla and for Transformers. Like, you can't just have everything Unearthly 100. That's boring. So, Gray, that's how I got to judge every new comic book before I decide to get it. If you say it's terrible, I know I'm not going to like it. So we have similar tastes in that regard, you're saying. Gotcha. Plus, I try not to give spoilers, but I do tell you what's going on. Oh, hello. The vision that bears the gift. Hello. Anthony. Border Towns. Well, I read that comic book, so I live in Texas, and no one talks like that. Ah, gotcha. Okay, because I was planning on doing Border Towns. I was planning on actually reading Border Towns, too. Nobody talks like that, huh? I never lived in Texas. I had the opportunity to move to Plano, Texas. That's a subset of Dallas, Texas. So it wouldn't have been Dallas proper, or it wouldn't have been Texas proper. You know what I'm saying? When I was working engineering, I got the offer. They were going to pay me 30% of my salary just for a moving package to actually move, and I could have bought a small house for that. You know, or that would have been a down payment on a pretty nice size house. But yeah, I just wasn't down for it. And it was also right around 9/11, so there was a lot of crazy stuff going on at that time, and all of that just completely turned me off. But yeah, I would have been in freaking Texas at the time if I would have moved there, obviously. But yeah, my life would have taken very different paths if that were the case. So nobody talks like that. Okay, so I'll keep that in mind. Don't waste your money on garbage stories with literally no characterization. Okay, gotcha. Sue-Ann McGinnis, I'm totally seeing Venom. I'm just going to go into it as an ultra-reality story and have my tub of popcorn with M&Ms in my lap. The question is what kind of M&Ms, because I'm partial to peanut M&Ms. But man, y'all need goobers up in this country, man. Goobers are the best. They're just chocolate-covered peanuts, and they're just gooberlicious. They're awesome. I can also do some Swedish goldfish, though, man. Down with that. Mark Guerrero. They shouldn't have given Brian Michael Bendis both Superman and Action Comics. I'm going to disagree because I like the idea that they gave him both. Plus, he's really good and really fast at writing. So I like the idea they gave him both, and I'm almost upset they didn't give him Supergirl also. Is Supergirl or Super? No, it's Supergirl. I almost feel like they should have just gave him the super titles, to just do with as he wishes. Because having one person write one character and then having, I'd say 80% or so, at least 50% input on his character in a Justice League book or anywhere else that he goes, what a great way to stay in continuity. Am I wrong? Because, I personally, I'm a huge fan of continuity in the comic books, so that's just me. Roto-Taker, that's exactly what I think about the upcoming Venom movie, Professor, another Sony superhero movie. It's sad because Venom's one of my favorite characters. It's hard for Venom to not be everybody's favorite or one of everybody's favorite characters, especially now. Especially now, if you're a comic book reader. I know Donnie Cates told me, I'm going to go because I think it's going to be a good movie. And I'm just like, yeah, Donnie, you're a lot nicer than I am. Because as much as I like to think I'm nice, yeah, I don't know how I'm going to feel about the movie. I'm going to go in with, that's the thing, I'm going to go in to see Venom with extremely low expectations. So if I still walk out there sad, that means it really dumped all over everything. It killed continuity and everything. So we'll see. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go in there I'm going to go in there expecting this movie is going to bomb and just suck. And I'm going to hope that I'm really wrong, So, Joe Fisher, it's from the 90s, and when I guess Caliban as a Morlock and Apocalypse as Hellhound in it. Oh, sweet. Sweet. The vision that bears the gift. I love that name. I keep trying to give Bendis a chance, and it's unfortunate that he keeps letting me down. His Superman is really bad. I'm disagreeing. I like it. I do like it. What is this? 71 Bull Squad. Professor Bill is going back. Yes, wait, what am I going back to? I'm sorry, I'm not reading as fast as you guys are all typing. What am I going back to, 71? Roto-Taker. Why didn't you just make it Rodeo-Taker, man? Why's it got to be Roto-Taker? Why not Robo-Taker? I'd like to see a zombie Robo-Taker. I agree with you. Talking to Mark. Okay. Guys are talking back and forth to each other. What happened to the Marvel Online game was supposed to come out at around the same time as DC Universe, but nothing happened. No, the video game. The video game came out, and it was actually, I think it's still out, in fact. I even won a War Machine character in a contest one time. It was like a fan fiction comic book. We had to make a fan fiction for War Machine, and I made a fanfic. It was just in like a forum, and they gave 10 of us the character. It was like a bunch of us who signed up for it, but whatever. 10 of us got the actual character. I'm one of the people who got the character, so that was cool. And it just allowed you to, all the characters, you go up to level 10 for free. Owning the character, I got to bring them all the way up to max level, which was level 50. And it's like, whatever, not that big of a deal. But it was cool. It was cool nonetheless. Jesse Johnson just finished Iron Fist Season 2. Looks like you liked it. Okay. Well, I can't wait to get to the end. Damn it. What comic books do I have to read? I've got these two that I still have to read. And this one, of course, I'm going to need a soundtrack for. I don't know what it's going to be yet. We'll be talking about it. And then Quicksilver. Got to read me some Quicksilver and see how this ends, baby. And then I got my digital comics I got to read, which I've got to be in front of my computer for. I had a tablet and it broke. It was from Saudi Arabia. And, yeah, that's what I get for buying cheap stuff. Oh, well, it is what it is. So, for crying out loud. You know, I know your name, but actually pronouncing it, Zlizex Sprexel. Sure. I watch, so ZS, XS. Oh, I'm going to call you XS, like in excess. So XS, I watched Black Hawk Down in South Korea with a Korean audience while on deployment with the Air Force. C-17 mechanic. Yeah, I don't know the nomenclatures for the Air Force guys. All I remember is I went to Newark, actually had a MEP station at the time. So I went to, and I think that was like the last year that they had MEPs there. Afterwards, everybody had to go to Philadelphia, I think. for MEPS, and I don't know if that one's still open. But MEPS is the thing you go in to qualify for the military. First you take your ASVAB, and then you have to go in and take the physical and AIDS test and P test and all that other stuff to see if you're actually capable of going into the military. What do you call it? It's harder to get into the military than it is to get into college, dude, I'm telling you. But, and the only thing that really held me back at first was I couldn't go into infantry straight away because of my eyesight. But anyway, and they didn't make that final determiner until I actually got to Johnson Hall in Fort Benning in Georgia. So that was a real that was a real kick in the pants, man. Like the next day, I was supposed to go down range, and they're like, "Yep, sorry, can't do it." That was messed up. So anyway, I'm like 17 years old, and I've only been on a plane once before, and now I have to. They're dropping me off at the airport in Georgia to take a hop to Atlanta, where I'm going to take a bigger plane. They give me the tickets and everything to go over to Missouri, where I'm then going to take. Did I take another hop down to Fort Leonard Wood? No, I think I just took a bus straight down. I can't remember. Anyway, it was like 1993. But I remember, yeah, there was just a lot, and I was so bitter. So, anyway, no, that's awesome, dude. That is very cool. Anyway, the thing I remember from MEPS about the Air Force was, with all of us, it was just we did the same test, but the Air Force, they had to see how much they could also lift. It was like a reverse squats. There was actually a machine, but you were basically just trying to lift weight over your head. But they actually had the barbell with weights on it. But it had the the universal thing, so it would only go straight up and straight down. So it was controlled, basically. And I just remember thinking to myself, how come we don't have that? And then I realized, you don't need to be particularly strong in the military. You need to have massive amounts of endurance. So there's that, and it helps to be smart. But yeah, if I had the chance to do it all over again, I might actually consider going into the Air Force. Even though I can't tell you how much fun I had in the infantry, Air Force probably would have been pretty fun too. I wouldn't have flown, but something like a mechanic would have been fine. Whatever. I just hear a lot of people talking about the Air Force, all the great fun that they had in the Air Force. So interesting. True fan forum. Joe Fisher, talking to Joe. It was English subtitles. Nice, XS. Raccoons, the new boss raids. The raid bosses of reality. They really were, man. They were the final boss and everything, dude. Dudette. Ed Brewer, what's going on? I got a hall pass, Professor. All right, come on in. Back 10 minutes behind. Nope, I'm here in the present. What's going on, Dick? Okay, XS, you live in Houston. Oh, Houston, that's where Sean Sadrive, my Eye of Agamotto, lives in Houston. I hope you were okay in those floods. Because I know when was that Katrina? I think when Katrina came, that was a killer, man. Gray's in Texas as well. Dick Fillmore, Bordertown was written by a millennial Hot Topic employee, but not best source for mythology. Wow, that's funny. That is funny. The vision that bears the gift. I live in Houston too. Look at this. Everybody's in Houston. I think Professor Bill should have gone. And hey, so did you guys ever get the chance to go down and check out some wrestling shows by the Guerrero family? Because I would be doing that all day long. I'm just saying. Okay, what is... That's weird. Okay, so tonight I'm reading Justice League Dark 2 by James Tynion IV. I think it's best, everybody, it's just telling somebody that everybody keeps on saying that Justice League Dark is really good. And I'm not a fan of freaking, what's his name, Detective Chimp. I'll do a 10 Things About just because I know his history and everything. That's the thing. It's not just I don't like looking at him. I just don't like the character. I know about the character. I know his origin and everything. I'm just not a fan of the character. I just don't like him. And I dislike him so much that he's in Justice League Dark, and I'm like, I don't think I could read that book because I don't want to read freaking Detective Chimp, you know? So, but everybody's saying it's really good, so I guess I'm going to have to check it out. Peanut M&M's because I'm a nut. Plus, I love the images of Captain Marvel. I need this trailer. That's what you're saying. Yeah, where the heck is the freaking trailer for that? When does that movie come out? What's going on? Why the delay, damn it? Do you play video games? Just talked about that, Justin Corbett. I want that review on The Dreaming. It's coming. And I want to know everybody's playlist, because that's the kind of book, dude, that you got to have some music playing in the background while you're reading it. So I want everybody's playlist for that too when I actually put the review up in the comments there. Gonna need to see that. Marvel Heroes was out from 2013. Oh, so it just finished recently. Just finished a little under a year ago. Ain't that something? Before it closes doors. Wow, so the game is gone. That stinks. What's your favorite Marvel comic post fresh start so far? Osta asked. Favorite probably Venom. Venom's just killer, man. I just fixed planes out of Charleston, South Carolina. Okay, that's fun. That's a good skill if you still actually use that skill. I got out of the Army. The only skill I had was I knew how to drive trucks, and I still had to take the stupid physical test. I got to opt out of the written test, which who cares? But I had to actually take the physical test for that. So I drove trucks for a little while for Haagen-Dazs and for FedEx Ground. That was really just to put me through school, though, so I could whatever was left from the GI Bill for DeVry. So Edward Brewer, it's a weekend-long process. I'm missing that one. I was 18 when I went to MEPS in Houston, fresh out of high school. A nervous little punk. Yeah, I was 17 when I went. I needed my mom to sign. And it was the stupidest excuse ever. I was like, Mom, I'm just going to go in anyway, so you might as well sign me up now so that I'll be out earlier. She's like, okay. She actually bought that. Wow, she bought that. Hook, line, and sinker. I'm a big Wheaton fan. Vision that bears the gift says. Sad to see it end, by the way. But it may be the time. Wheaton, what just ended? I don't know what just ended. I think you guys are talking to each other on that one. At least we're getting the Buffy series. Oh, you're talking about Buffy. Gotcha. And his HBO show. You're a comic fan. What's up? Why you deleting messages, man? What's going on? Did you call me an a-hole? Is that what's going on? Edwards in Arlington, Virginia. Ooh, man. Got to go back and check out the Arlington National Cemetery again one of these days. Because it's big enough. You know what I'm saying? And my wife actually hasn't seen it. I went there years ago. And my wife would definitely like to see that. And I definitely want to bring my kids. I guess when these little guys are a little bit older, I want to bring them there to see that. Because that's a heck of a sight for them to see. Like, that's the good kind of patriotism. Hurricane Harvey. Oh, it was Hurricane Harvey. Okay. You were fine. Cool. Good. Well, I know a lot of people who like that massive flooding and everything. Wonder how accurate King of the Hill's depiction of how things in Texas are. Well, Mark Guerrero, I was just talking to the guy who got the Emmy for drawing all of the King of the Hill stuff in the TV show, and that's what's his name's son. Oh, for crying out loud, really? I might as well just look at the video because I did the interview with him. But he's right here. Why can't I remember his name? And his handwriting sucks. Oh, for crying out loud. You guys know it. There's my most recent interview that I did. Anyway, I'm having a real brain fart right now. Plus I've been doing this for an hour and 15 minutes. What? So, do you think the movie S.h.i.e.l.D. is going to be like in the reign of... I don't know what S.h.i.e.l.D. is going to be like. Hopefully it's a lot better than... God, I suck with names! Shaq. Hopefully he's going to be better than Shaq. Okay, you know what? I'm not playing it. How do I not remember this freaking guy's name? I am so pissed off at myself right now. What the hell's his name? My channel? Go to my channel, damn it. Go down to interviews. Where's my interviews? Neil Adams, for crying out loud. Neil Adams is his name. So, anyway, yeah. Bang. Neil Adams. Not a fan of the chimp either. Yeah, I met Tinian, and Tinian's cool. He just got off the red eye. He was just talking to me about his writing process. Like, brother, can I record this? He's like, what, like a videotape? I was like, are you good with video? He's like, I just got off the red eye, and like, I'm not feeling. I'm afraid I might say something wrong. I was like, okay, can I just audio record it, and I'll type it up into transcription later, and he just looked at me like he couldn't process what I was saying. I was like, forget I even asked, dude. Just talk to me. So like your writing process, what do you do? And it's just like, yeah, sorry. Yeah, when I write, I just, like I go also different place, and I could see he was really confounded. So it's like, that was just in Fan Expo last weekend, and he was not in a good place mentally. So that was not a good representation of who he was. But he was happy to see me. He never saw any of my reviews. Some of the guys there have. That was cool. But like, he had certain things in his head of what he's going to say to people, but he didn't have anything else really to go by. What was this one? This was this Tomasi? No, this was Tomasi. This was not Tinian. Which one did Tinian sign for? Oh, okay, I'm gonna have to actually dig it out, and I don't really feel like digging it out. So, unless it's like right here someplace. Oh, here it is, right here. So he did my this one. I'm trying to fix my comics. Can I see? Yeah, he did this one, issue number 5 of Justice League, the one with Legion of Doom across the front. And he just wrote to Professor Bill, and then he signed it. That was it. Like, I tried to have everybody say something cool. James Tynion IV was so completely out of it, man. So out of it. Like, he couldn't think of anything to say. He's like, can I just make it to Professor Bill? I'm like, brother, you can write whatever you want. So, yeah, just make it like that. That's fine. So, that was cool. Yeah, I wish he wasn't so tired. That's a shame, but it is what it is. At least I got to meet him, shake his hand. I didn't even get to take a picture with him because he was just so out of it. He couldn't articulate properly. Comic fan. Oh, just did that one. XS. I have my FFA certification, and I did maintenance on jets and helicopters. Nice. For about 10 years. Oh, you're doing IT now. Okay, awesome. That's really good. Really good. You don't have to get your hands quite as dirty. I did auto mechanics for a little while, and I remember coming home and just, I'm never going to get this out of my fingers. I learned how to operate a printing press. And I remember my teacher, Mr. Sabino was his name. He was like, I cannot recommend to ever do this job. You will never get the ink out from under your fingernails. You will permanently have tattoos of ink because you'll be doing that your whole life. And it'll be horrible and you'll hate it. I took teaching as soon as I could, so it's less working on these, but I can never get this ink out of my fingers. That's just the way it is. Like, that really sucks. That really sucks. So, yeah, he talked me out of doing it. It's a shame because I got a job offer to apprentice at the Asbury Park Press, working in the basements in the printing department, working on the printing presses. And I turned it down specifically because of that. And I probably shouldn't have listened to him, but then again, my life would have taken a very different route if I wouldn't have. So, Dick, I drove airplane parts to military from 145 repair stations and worked as FedEx as a cover for my cannabis growing in Arizona 20 years ago. That is sick, dude. Do you actually make a living right now selling cannabis? Because you should. Joe Fisher, isn't Watchmen getting an HBO show? Yes, it is. Oh, look at Edward Brewer calling me an a-hole and then retracting the message. I see how it is. Mark, I've never met like King of the Hill. No, nobody's kicking each other in the nuts. Justin Corbin, there you go. Neil Adams, son. Yeah, I had to actually look it up, but I found it. Oh, crap. It keeps jumping. King of the Hill wasn't on a show. Okay, you guys are talking to each other. I'm sad now. Just kidding. Are you excited for Heroes in Crisis? I'm nervous for Heroes in Crisis because they're going to be killing somebody, Justin Corbett. And I'm afraid it's going to be Roy. And I'm just getting back into Arsenal. So I'm going to be sad to see him go. I really think it's going to be him. We'll see. Aggressively relaxing dude, what's up? I got Daredevil 8 and the complete more Swamp Thing run. Whoa, at a yard sale today. Sweet. Have you talked about Astonishing? No, I have not talked about Astonishing X-Men yet. Go for me, brother, please. That's right. Too many physical injuries, and I didn't want to be a mechanic for the rest of my life. Yeah, that's actually why I got into engineering, because I didn't want to be doing physical labor the rest of my life. I was in a lot better shape at the time, but still, yeah, I felt like one injury and I'm screwed, you know? How about an Elseworld where Superman crash landed on Paradise Island? I actually wonder how that would work because the old mythology is if a man ever steps foot on the island, all the women they would lose the protection of the gods. You know, so that alone would have been something else. Um, Inside joke. What's up, dude? How was he impaired? I don't know what that's in relation to. I'm no slave. Yo, what's up, dude? It's legal here in Oregon. My outlaw days ended when I had kids. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's legal there. So do you sell it? Like, I don't mean, do you sell it illegally? I'm saying, do you have a dispensary? Um, Zilix, XS. I'm reading the Grant Morrison the Green Lantern article in DC Nation 4. But I forgot to pick up DC Nation 4. Damn it! Keep on forgetting to pick that up. That's a shame. I gotta actually have a conversation soon about the previews, which just came out last week, and just keep on forgetting. I keep on forgetting. Do you think Ronan will be in Avengers 4? He just put out something on Instagram, I think, where he actually showed that he's on set. So he's doing something. I imagine it will be Ronan. I'd personally rather it be Goliath, but we'll see. Comic fan. Also, have you heard that Dark Phoenix movie is worse than Fanforstic? I believe it. They're still doing reshoots though. They are determined to get that movie out. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think New Mutants is going to happen either. Rototaker. Another thing I'm waiting, Professor, is for Marvel to do a Magneto series. By the time I'll check out Magneto Black One Shot. Yeah, by Claremont. Why would we not? Excuse me, but yeah, I agree. I would love to see a solo series for Magneto. Suan, maybe I'm reading way too much into this, but there seems to be a massive trend of killing off characters lately for shock value in our comics today. What do you think, Bill? How many characters have been killed lately in the comics? I know Death of the Inhumans, but we'll see. Well, I don't know. I do think that overkill is an overkill. I don't think, because we know that these characters are coming back, for crying out loud, We know they're coming back. This guy didn't come back so easily. Captain Marvel, but he's still come back before, so I don't know. And they just brought Executioner back, which they should never bring Executioner back. I want to see him once in a while in Hell, like once every 5 years in Hell, one hockey stick. But yeah, I don't want him coming back to life or anything like that. No, he had the perfect death. He had a better death, in my opinion, than Captain Marvel. I want to see him just stay dead and honor that legacy that is Walter Simonson, and in this particular case, Jim Starlin. I just want to see those, finished, because they're perfect. Yeah, Superior Spider-Man coming back. I believe that's issue number 4 of Spider-Geddon. Looking forward to it. I love Superior Spider-Man, dude. My absolute favorite incarnation of Spider-Man. Dick Fillmore. 90s were notorious for trendy big deaths, aka Superman, Tony Stark, Onslaught. Yeah, all that. Like all the heroes got killed. Most of the villains. They broke Batman's back. They made freaking Green Lantern, Hal Jordan evil. Parallax. With all the reshoots, Dark Phoenix will be worse than Fantastic Four and Justice League combined. Mark Guerrero seems very optimistic. Executioner is dead. You're right, Dick Fillmore. He should stay dead. Just because. That's how you honor a character. Let him stay dead. Joe Fisher. Justin Corbett is... Oh, you guys are talking to each other. He's getting an ongoing aggressive reaction. Astonishing is so great. Like if I tried to start a hero team in my 20s, or our base is Colossus's crappy apartment, take a bus and, oops, federal government arrested us. It really is a good comic book, dude. I am loving it. Rosenberg's killing it. Joe Fisher, Professor Bill, Thunderbird never came back. Good point. Thunderbird has only ever come back as a zombie of sorts, like in Chaos War and stuff like that. Fantastic point. I wish he had more history, more legacy before he got killed, instead of introducing... Oh, shit, he's dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, the next issue, he's dead, dude. What's up with that? He had 2 issues as a living character. What's up with that? But, yeah, I hear you. I would like to see him. I would like to see more of him, like maybe prequel stories. I would go for. Holy crap! I could write a prequel story for Thunderbird. Bang! Okay, I'm going to write a prequel story for Thunderbird. I'm going to do a fan comic prequel story for Thunderbird. Shoot, I might actually start that tonight while I'm watching Thunder Fist. See, Iron Fist. Iron Fist versus Thunderbird. Boom! It's going to happen. It might actually happen. Holy crap! So, just going to take forever to put out because I got to draw it, and I'm not good at drawing anymore. Justin Corbett, another origin. No more origin stories. Edward Brewer, I'd like to hear a personal top 5 of your favorite comics from the big 2, top 5 indies. Dark Ark is my favorite indie comic book right now, I think. It's the top one on my head. I don't know about any of the other ones. It's hard to say any of those other ones. I like Venom right now. That's my big thing. I'm really loving Avengers right now. As far as like a top 5, that's hard to say because new comics keep on coming out. Like, they keep on jumping at us. So, and all of a sudden, an event will show up. So it's hard to say. Hard to say. So there's a top 2 and a half. Excess. I have a lot of things to read, but I take my sweet ass time. I have the last 4 issues of Silencer. There you go. Plus the annual to read. To read box. Oh, you got the to read box. Good. The inbox and the outbox. The final 4 issues of Cable, etc. Oh, yeah. I wasn't the happiest at Cable, but it is what it is. Of course, they let the natives die. Boo. I hear you, man. Banshee dies instead of Thunderbird in my 6th. Oh, really? Did he? Huh. Did you actually write the rewrites or not? Because I'm curious in seeing these. Something about the 90s Clone Saga, the worst thing to come out of the 90s. Well, the first part was amazing, I thought, but then it just kept going. And yeah, we kind of have to blame Jim Shooter for that. He's like, hey, this is really good. Keep going. But I don't have any more story. I said keep going. Okay. Sounds great. Iron Fist versus Ra's al Ghul. Oh, you want me to start doing some crossovers? You know what? We could do that. The League of Shadows tries to infiltrate the Golden City of Kunlun. All right. I want Darkhawk to have his own series. I can almost guarantee Darkhawk is going to get his own series, XS, because all of the little miniature things that he's had recently, like, they have sold like hotcakes in a freaking loggers farm, man. Like, yeah, that's definitely going to happen. Ed Brewer, fair enough. Thanks, Professor Bell. It's all good, man. It's all good. Joe Fisher. Oh, talking to Dick. Agreed, Mark. Need to catch up on about 50 issues. Still need the inbox. Tonight is Leviathan number 2. Tell me how Leviathan 2 is, because I don't know if I want to read it. It seems okay. It doesn't seem great. Oh, I'm at the end. I'm at the end. Yeah. I'm doing the what's his name? Cesaro. Yeah, whatever. Cesaro from WWE. He does the... I don't like it when he does the fast one. I liked when he did the slow one. Anyway, that's it. I'm finished. Okay, I'm out. I'm leaving. I'm going to go out. I'm going to eat stuff with... I've got combos. I've got blue cheese pretzel combos. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to read my comic books. I'm going to pull out, I might have to do the reviews at some point. I'm going to pull out my notepad, one of my many notepads. I'm going to start writing the hell out of some fan fiction right there. And I'm going to do some, watch some Iron Fist Season 2. Multitasking. Got to multitask. And, yeah, man. Dude. Heck yeah. On my lumpy couch for the next 4 days. 3 days. Technically 3 days. Crap, I gotta get this couch out of here. They don't take couch. They don't retrieve couches. That sucks. Anyway, yeah, so I'm out. Okay, guys, I really am out. I'm about to boogie out of here. It's been real. It's been fun. It has been real fun. I'm joking. This thing I always said, the blinking eyeball is freaky in a good way. Sorry. Oh, shoot, I didn't. Wouldn't be right if I didn't at least do a little bit of the stuff for the podcast. There's a Lockjaw statue in the new Spider-Man game. Let me pull this up so I can see if you guys are seeing this okay. Y'all see that? There's a Lockjaw statue in New York, like the bowls in Times Square that put up during Giuliani's time. Look at that with the Spider-Man. That is sick. Good one, Sean. Punisher 3 variant. What is this? Oh, look at Nightwing number 50. Wow. It's got a little buzz cut going with the Nightwing shoved up in there, or he just went full Team Mystic. Brian Michael Bendis stuff coming up in Action Comics. Batman variants. One will fall. Whoa. Fall Guardian one-shot in December. So here's the 5 current Guardians of the Galaxy, and he says one will fall. So there's going to be a one-shot Guardians of the Galaxy coming up. One will fall. Well, I think Rocket looks the most like a raccoon, or Rocket looks the most like a dog. So if Donny Cates is writing that, you already know what's happening. That's in December 2018. Infinity Wars Fallen Guardian number 1. So one shot. Okay. Old Man Logan number 49. Face to face with the Maestro, just the way it should be. Damn right. Think it's going to be Drax? Think it's going to be Groot? Captain America Earth X crossover. Cheers. Whoa there, Exo. Combos do roll. Let's see. Hold on really quick. Sleepwalker. Okay, the last one. Yeah, so Sleepwalker is showing up. Okay, that's it. So he doesn't have a whole lot for me. That's perfectly fine. Let me get rid of all that stuff. Indicate. What? Okay, so what else do we have here really quick? Somebody said something to me, stuff I need to catch up on. Okay, yeah, got that. What is that? The Hand versus the Court of Owls. That could work. I have to imagine it will be Rocket with Don. See, Gray's got my same mentality. All right, guys, so that's it. I'm going to bounce now. Thanks for showing up, and I will see you guys, as things come out. All right, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.